Shane Alec, Wyatt Throckmorton helped Moravia get a win tonight over Boyer Valley. Gentlemen, you're opening the year 1-0. It's what everybody wants to do, and you guys are doing that. Just tell me about tonight's win, and what are the thoughts right now?
Any win is tough in A-man football, especially when you're going against a new opponent you never played before. So feels pretty good to get that first one out of the way.
Tough component. We weren't expecting that. Tough game, but we came out, fought, got the W.
Shane, you opened the game like third play from scrimmage, hit a 55-yard touchdown pass. Just kind of take us through what you saw there.
I don't even remember that play, to be honest with you, but I just hit my quickest receiver, and he made him play. So, yeah, just got it out quick.
5 touchdowns, but also you did have a couple interceptions tonight. How big was it for you? You throw a pick to go out there and just kind of shake it off and focus on the next play.
Yeah, I'm not really last year I only threw 5 interceptions, so throw 3 interceptions a game is but, you just got to shake it off and just move on to the next play and, still having the scoreboard at the end of the day.
When you reflect on what you were able to do back there, like I said, 5 touchdowns, what's going to kind of stand out to you? How do you feel you kind of commanded the offense?
I try to keep the clock moving, especially towards the fourth quarter. We just try to keep completions, not trying to turn the ball over at the fourth quarter. We kind of made that adjustment. Running the ball worked for us well, so keep that clock moving.
Yeah, I know Coach had told us earlier this week that you were wanting to run the ball a little bit more, and tonight maybe the numbers don't stand out, but you were efficient with that. Well, what are kind of your thoughts on the ground game?
It's important. If we can't get it in other areas, we got to get it somewhere, and I'll take it on the chin and try to get 5 yards to pop, and just keep the chains moving, keep the clock going.
This is a team that threw the ball a lot last year. I know you don't want to give too much away, but is the expectation maybe that they can be a little more balanced with the run game this year?
We want to be more balanced. We know that last year our defense gave a lot of points, but they were on the field 90% of the time. So we got to try to keep control of the clock, have possession of the ball more.
Wyatt, when you look at your night offensively, a couple touchdown catches for you. What were kind of your thoughts?
Just making plays on the ball. Obviously, it helps the team out. We get a little break. Honestly, just got to focus on the ball.
You guys have been playing together for a while, I'm sure now, and you look back at the year that your team had last year. Speak to kind of the chemistry this group has.
Yeah, we've grown up together, played football since we were real little, and it's just grown, and the bond is very strong this year, and we want to go out there and make it run to the dome.
I mean, everybody wants to win a blowout, right? But to kind of get punched in the mouth week 1, or not even week 1, week 0, and find a way to still hold on, what does that maybe say about this team?
They had a lot of heart and guts. They came out, and, yeah, they definitely punched us in the mouth. But you just got to fight and fight through it, and obviously a lot of contact's going to come when you play a team like that.
Looking ahead now, I know this is a team that's got pretty lofty expectations. What's it going to take to achieve those?
What was that?
What's it going to take to achieve those goals?
Just hard work and practice off the field on Fridays. You don't want to start doing stuff on Fridays. You got to get it in early in the week and then start progressing as the week goes on with it.
Shane, as we leave tonight, what's the one thing you're going to kind of take away from tonight and try to carry into next week?
We just got to take care of the ball more. More completions, more catches, and less interceptions. So just got to take care of the football.
All right, Coach. Took a big shot from Boyer Valley, but able to hold on and start the year 1-0. Just kind of what are the takeaways from tonight?
I'll tell you what, we got some sharpening up to do on some offense and some defense. But, Boyer Valley, they got a great coach. Like I said before, he's won, 2 or 3, state titles at Fremont Mills. He knows how to coach, and he worked them boys up pretty good, and they were a strong team. And this is the kind of game that we wanted because it let us see what we needed to work on. And we were used to big blowouts and stuff last year, and this is something that we can work on, and it's one of the games we wanted, something like this.
First drive, they kind of muscle their way down the field, fumble it in the end zone, and 2 plays later, you guys strike. How big of a momentum swing was that?
Oh, that was big. It totally got the offense going, and we struggled with our 2-point conversions, and that really gets me down because we worked a lot on that, and we can't punch it in on 3 yards, but we can, march down the field 60 yards and score. But, it got the kids hyped, and, we went into the locker room. I think it was 18-0 at that time, and the defensive coach is like, "This is pretty good for us." And I was like, "Yeah, but normally we're up 50-0 by this time. It seemed like last year, but." My hat's off to Boyer Valley. That's a good team over there, and I think they're going to do good things this year over on that side of the state.
Yeah, they turned it into a one-score game late. For you guys to be able to kind of hang on, what does that say about your team, and what does a win like this kind of do for the rest of the season?
Well, it just shows that they can pull together at the end and not give up, stay in the fight. We suffered some cramps tonight, and we told the kids to hydrate, but you're never there with them at home to make sure that they're drinking all the water or pickle juice or whatever to get in there and get the hydration going. And they started to cramp, and we got some bumps and bruises, but I think everybody went out healthy, and I'm hoping the young man over there on Boyer that hurt his shoulder or whatever, I think he's okay, but prayers to him and his family if he's hurt bad, and hopefully he can get a fast recovery.
Shane, I know he had a couple interceptions, but it seemed like every time he made a mistake, he was able to bounce back. What can you say about his performance tonight?
Shane has become very mature. I mean, every year he just advances a little bit more, and then, he come to the sideline, he's like, "I'm sorry, coach, my bad." I mean, they were playing a good defense on him, and just being off just a little bit, they were right there to catch get the interceptions. And to him, he only had 4 interceptions last year or whatever, and they know what he's capable of doing. We controlled him a little bit and tried to play a different game than we normally do, and he was just out of his realm. It wasn't nothing serious. He'll come back from it pretty good and not even worry about those interceptions.
The ground game was not necessarily flashy, but efficient tonight, especially with Shane. Is that hopefully like a sign of things to come, or what are your thoughts on the ground game tonight?
We need a ground game. I mean, that's just the way it is. I mean, we got to work the ground, and you can't be one-sided to make it far into the playoffs, because when you start meeting the really good teams, they're going to catch on to how you're doing it, and then at least you got something to fall back on, and I know our big plays are there, and we can use them when we need them, but for right now, we'll just work on our run game and see where we go from there.
A lot of teams would love to start 1-0. To do that, what does that mean about this year, hopefully?
We're playing 1 week at a time, 1 win at a time. I mean, we're in a tougher district than I was last year, and 6 out of the 9 teams, they made it to playoffs last year. So I wanted to test this team. And Boyer, like I said, these guys, they were well coached, and they're going to do some good things. And we go play Bedford next week, and, they seen what we were doing, and, we're just going to sharpen our iron and keep going. So,
yeah, what are kind of I know it's early, but like the preliminary thoughts on Bedford?
Bedford, they got a lot of kids. I mean, they got a lot. They can rotate a lot of kids in, keep them fresh, and they're a well-coached team, and they get better every year. And I wouldn't be surprised if we don't have another close game like this with Bedford. So they're gonna come in, and they're coming to our place, and I'm sure they want to give us a beating, but we're gonna fight with them. And I don't remember the last time Moravia played Bedford, but I think we can get the W on that.